the old one, but really I should just get fitted for a putter that I really enjoy and trust.
Well, exactly. I'm glad that you brought them both along. So if there was one thing that you would want to work on with me today with regard to your putting, what would it be? From my summary, it sounds as if we need a little bit more focus on keeping you in routine, and also maybe look at your distance control. But is there anything else that you would really like us to do?
Maybe check out like how my aim is, or maybe just basic like posture or alignment. I feel like I want to get closer to the ball, but I feel like I have it outside my eye line.
Okay.
Maybe that's from hockey that feels more comfortable.
Yeah. All right, well, that all sounds good. So let me tell you the plan for today. The first thing is that I want to do is give you this. This is the multi-putting scorecard. I think this is just for you to take copy. Next time you have play around, if you don't mind, if you could like fill that out as you go around. It obviously talks about if you hit the green in regulation, the number of putts you had, and then a guesstimate of how far away you are from the flag on your first putt, where you were on the second one.
Yeah.
When you did hit, did it end up like were you below the hole, or were you above the hole? So when it comes to that, so what I'd love for you to do is, if you don't mind, we can complete the rest of this, but like maybe before our next session, or if you get around in, if you don't mind just filling that out, that will be a little bit more information. Yeah. And it's good information for both you and I, so we can actually work out what the actual fault is.
I'll bring in some of my scorecards. I kept track of my putt.
Oh.
You get a better idea exactly where I'm at now.
Excellent. Okay, so that's for you. All right. Good job today. I know there was a little bit of quite an assessment. So obviously, we had our initial meeting. Find out a little bit about what your mentality is over putting, what you think your weaknesses and your strengths are. We then went and did the SAM lab, which was fun. Got the results here. I'm going to share those with you. And then we went on to the green and did a few drills, assessment tests, basically looking at your 3 to 6, 9-foot putts, and then also your lag putting and distance control. So if you want to come around here a little bit more, so you can actually see. So this is the SAM Labs summary. We've got here the tendency, the timing, and the consistency, and what your overall rating is. Your overall rating has been set to 53.3%, which is not bad, but certainly for a person, with a less than 10 handicap, this is where we're going to get our scores down the most. But, there's a lot of room for development here, and we can certainly work on that. Whilst you were doing the assessments, I was looking at your posture, I was looking at your alignment, looking at the swing itself. So we're going to talk about that, and we're going to go onto the course, onto the practice green as well, and look a little bit more. Aim on the SAM Lab was pretty good. You were like slightly open, so you were aiming slightly right. That's a pretty common thing that happened. Obviously, we're standing on the left-hand side of the ball, so we feel as if we're aiming square on, but you're actually aiming a little bit right. Now, what was interesting, though, is when I was looking at you when we were doing the assessment outside, you had a very closed... It was either a closed stance or a closed club face. I couldn't quite work it out. Okay. But that was something. But this is good because we were in a natural surrounding, a very neutral surrounding using the SAM Lab. So I'm very happy to see that. And maybe it was just a slight something going on the green there. Direction 2.5 degrees open. Your impact is 0.2 degrees left. So effectively, you've got a slight cut when it comes to your actual putting. So that was very interesting to see. It obviously comes more open because you're hitting it a little bit more on the toe, and the toes, so it's pushing the putter out as you go through. The top view here is actually showing your swing path, and as you can see, you bring it inside and then you come through, and therefore that's the reason why you've been hitting it on the toe. It's pretty consistent though what you're doing. As long as we're doing the same thing all the time, then that's fine. I'm not worried about that. You've got a 90% rating there for your path, consistency of 77%. All fantastic scores. So we may not even look at changing your club path because you've got that set in stone. I think that's really good.